professional violinist is suing Will Smith over allegations of sexual harassment and predatory behavior. Brian King Joseph was a musician on Smith's global tour last year. In a lawsuit against Smith and his company, Joseph says that he was wrongfully terminated after bringing light to a quote sexual threat of violence that was made against him. Smith's attorney called the allegations false, baseless, and reckless. The new complaint follows a $3 million lawsuit filed last month by a former associate against Smith's wife, Jada Pinkett Smith, claiming that she verbally threatened him. This is a story that surprised many people. I don't know enough about the background of Brian King Joseph to speak to him. I don't know Will Smith personally. I can't speak to him. What I do know is that this story is going to be unpacked in every possible way. Why do I say that? Well, these types of allegations come up, and many celebrities blow them off. They write them off. They pay them off. They ignore them, not because they're guilty or because they're innocent, but because they don't want the attention. So the fact that this story's already made it to light could mean one of a few things. Could mean that it's a nuisance lawsuit and Will Smith wasn't going to dignify it. Jay-Z did something similar when he fought it and won. Another possibility is they couldn't agree to terms, and so it became popular. Or this person, Brian King Joseph, isn't looking for a secret settlement. He wants justice, and he wants public justice, and he wants the world to know what happened to him, and he's telling the truth. All these things are possible. It's not for me to decide who's telling the truth or who's not. Based on the information we have, I don't have enough information to have an opinion on what happened. What I do know, though, is that in the age of post-Diddy celebrity suits, the world's going to be paying attention. This could be I don't want to say trap door, but this could certainly open up other allegations and other stories. Not about Will Smith necessarily, but just, I mean, we saw what happened with Diddy, right? This started off as a very small thing and it turned huge. No one would have thought 2 years ago or even a year and a half ago that the Diddy lawsuit from Cassie, the civil suit, would result in, a string of actions that lead to Diddy being in prison for years and documentaries made and other celebrities implicated. I mean, it's gone in so many directions. I'm not saying the Will Smith thing is this big. What I am saying, though, is that it will be scrutinized similarly because Will Smith is a huge figure. Will Smith has a super high Q rating, super recognizable, super famous, genuinely and generally beloved. Of course, after the Grammy slap incident a few years ago, his popularity has declined. He's still an A-lister. He's still very, 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 very popular. But he's not Teflon and he's not seen as superhuman and perfect anymore. So that means that people who may have ignored these allegations will be looking at them. Not saying that it's right or wrong, but they will be. So this is a very tricky moment for this to be happening, and we'll continue to follow it. And we're not going to sensationalize it over here at Night School, but we are going to break it down as it makes sense. So stay tuned. As the facts come out, we'll address the facts.